What about in customer service, guys? So we've talked about customer acquisition, onboarding. Customer service is a huge cost to businesses, and it's often the one that really irritates the customers.
From a customer service perspective, it's really just, well, first of all, taking away some of those challenges that service agents typically face. So everyone is familiar with calling a call center and having been put on hold or transferred to a different team and then having to state all of your details all over again. Like, that is a horrible customer experience. The way to reduce that is by being able to have all of the data about the customer in the one place. Service agents don't need to go swivel chair between multiple different applications. They have a full view of their customer. They're able to service the agent on the spot. And the way to really achieving that is by being able to connect all of your different systems and applications across all of the different channels that you have and creating that single customer view that we kind of touched upon earlier. This really has the benefit of, well, not only, I guess, reducing the time to service the customer, but increasing the customer satisfaction. Just to add to that a little bit is, if a customer service agent doesn't have to put a customer on hold and transfer to a different team, they're able to do much more like value add activities with the customer while they have them. Like, having a customer on the phone is a best opportunity you can have to chat to them, like have a conversation with them and increase their loyalty to your organization. It's a prime opportunity to do that. Again, like, having all that data available means that you can leverage things like AI to recommend the absolute next best action for the customer. It might not even be upselling them. It might just be purely around being able to increase their loyalty or to you as a customer. But to go back to, I guess, the automation perspective, it flows through to that as well. So say you do have a next best action, you then have to act on that. So you may, you need to click on the button and accept that next best action. If you don't have all of the behind the scenes automated as well, then that's just going to cause those problems that we just talked about. So it's being able to provide that seamless customer service, but then being able to automate everything that falls off the back of that. So being able to go and action that next best action automatically, going and updating any other system. So if a customer wants to change their address, automating that change of address in all the other systems where it needs to be done, which is taking away all of the manual tasks that are around that customer service interaction.
There's so much error that can happen in the service process as well. You really have to rely on great agents. This guy's an all-star because he goes above and beyond, which is really just doing his job. He makes sure that the complaint's updated. He's taking great notes. He's communicated to everyone. There's follow-up actions. You can automate a lot of that stuff. You're actually automating the experience of having your best agent on the case and not leaving it up to chance of that agent having a bad day or not really knowing about all the things he needs to do in this job. Automation, it doesn't have to be rocket science. One of our clients that are a massive online retailer, they were losing $3 million per year just because their claims process, they didn't really make the claim back to the supplier. They had suppliers in China and they weren't really like flowing it through. So they're giving the money back to the customer, but they weren't claiming it off the manufacturer. So all they did was set up a self-service portal for the manufacturer and the customer to just tie their claims together. That was a $3 million per year revenue leak out of the business, which is now being closed. And that's a concept of automation. It's just a system talking, controlling the process, as opposed to the claims team, which manually would have to chase these. That requires human effort. And again, you have to have your best claims officer on the case to get the right outcome. I think there's some really easy, tangible ways to put automation into service to actually get a financial benefit.
When you say the word easy, for me, I want to be empathetic to companies who want to do all these things that we're talking about, the single customer view. That on its own, it's a big job, right? Integrating all of the data from all of your legacy systems. That's a big job on its own. And like what Katy said, like, in order for you to really maximize that next best action automation, you need to have the infrastructure. You need to have all of that done at the back end.